Hi, hello. Am I audible to all of you? Hi, very good evening. All you lovely men and women. All of you. Am I audible to all of you? Hi, everyone. Am I audible to all of you? Yeah, great. So, hi. I want to see everybody just giving a head start. So you can type hello and good evening to all of you in the evening. So in the chat window, you can type the messages so I can see you typing in your messages. Hello. Mm, so I am yet to see any message from the chat window. All of you. Hi. So if you, I will continue with the usual our path. Any question you have in between or after a certain phase, you can please ask your question. The point I'm trying to make is that today's market was very volatile. Okay, so we have seen that in last 2 days when our market has closed on after our market has closed on Wednesday, the global market has rallied quite a lot. Okay, so we will see at the global market and start by that. So see, this is the daily chart of Dow Jones, and I can see that how Dow Jones has rallied for last 2 days. So what we expected today is that Nifty would also rally. And what happened in between was that though it is a weekly chart, let me go to the daily chart of US government bond. So there was a little bit of correction for 2 days of in the government bond, though it is still remain bullish and near the high point of 1.61. And if I look at this is the monthly chart of dollar index. If I see the dollar index once, so what I will find is that dollar index had 3 days of a weak move, though it had taken support at 5-day low EMA at 91.4, and it is again starting to move up. And all the market movements, if you see the Dow movement, was actually coincided with the correction in dollar index, correction in bond yield. Now the bond yields are again at a near-term high, like last week's high. So last week this was the high. So we are approaching that high, and possibly we are seeing sell off in all the asset classes except the crude oil. Now let me look at the Nifty daily chart here. So I can see that for last 5-7 weeks, I would say, oh sorry, 5-7 days or 10 days, it has been very difficult to trade Nifty. A lot of gap ups, gap down, and not according to the price action the global market is following. We are having that kind of a price action. If you see huge sharp up move, then open and move up, then gap down and coming to this low, and then moving up with gap ups and then moving gap down. So it has been quite a difficult journey. But the overall nature of the Nifty still remains the same as I told last week, that in daily chart when the two Bollinger Bands become horizontal, there is actually no trend. And this no trend zone can continue for some time. In between, Nifty can come to this 14,700 kind of a level or go to this 15,200 and do this 4-500 points ranging action and actually go nowhere. Let me look at the Bank Nifty also. So in the Bank Nifty, it is also the similar pattern. If you see, if I so it is a little bit more bearish, I would say, because in this case the price has closed below the mid Bollinger. And if I'm looking at the weekly chart, I will find that very clear corrective flag pattern is forming, which has a support around 34,500, 600, and from there, when it comes, it may jump again. So this ranging action may continue for some time. Okay, this is the Bank Nifty, and for all the indices, I will show you Nifty, IP. Similar with a little bit bullish bias because it is closing and still it is up end of the range. As long as it doesn't break out, it is in the range. Nifty Auto, we will see similar ranging pattern. If I am looking at the Nifty Metal, similar pattern. If you see, this is a weekly chart, kind of ranging pattern, kind of tiredness here. Nifty Pharma, similar kind of near past zones, and anything can happen, though little bit bearish because uh, it is closing in weekly chart below the mid Bollinger, but again weekly RSI is above 50, so it's really directionless. Nifty Pharma, it was Nifty FMCG, a little bit bullish near previous support zone, close just above this, but still in a range. So all the indices, as you can see, are in a range bound mode, and possibly, though you might have seen vigorous sell off today, Monday you may see a gap up also. So this market, the only way one can trade is that selling options outside the range. It can uh, it can uh, it can happen that if you can sell options outside the range, they will lose value. But still, there is risk. So if you are not a astute option trader, please avoid that part. Now, like we discuss every day, next week also all these things like first the bond yield, then the dollar index. These things will determine the direction of the market. I would like to show you two of my tweets, which are very contextual in this thing. So let me show you my tweets here. So I'm bringing my Twitter handle here. Just a second. So this is one tweet that you can see that due to the crude oil prices going up month on month, there is a over the 4 weeks we have a 10 billion dollar of forex reserve decay. And this is the trend maybe starting because crude oil, if it stays this high and possibly go to 100, over a period of next 1 2 years, what we may see is that the forex reserve may actually decline. So that is actually bad for our macroeconomic stability. This is the bad thing. Uh, Next, another tweet I would like to show you is that this is the good thing that ECB plans to ramp up bond buying to tackle the surging yields, because yields have not been surging only in USA, but it is surging all across the world. It is surging in Europe, it is surging in Japan. So all countries, due to this demand of rising bond yield, may like to put more money into the market, and that's why they may buy bonds to actually increase the price of bonds and push market or liquidity into the market. Now, there is no bigger thing in market than the liquidity. Whatever worry you may have, and this forex decline, that forex decline that I have indicated just a while back, that can also be reversed if there is a lot of influence in form of FDI and FII. So things will have its own course, but technically what I can see is that most of the indices are in a kind of a consolidation mode. Now, coming here, I want to focus you into few of the stocks. Okay. So what I have done here is that I will show you Nifty mid cap here. And you can see this is fairly bullish. This is fairly bullish. This is not completely bullish, but this is fairly bullish as of now. Okay. Now Nifty small cap, if I type, just a second. This is Nifty mid cap 100. This is small cap 100. See, this is more bullish. So what we understand that why the Nifty and Bank Nifty can languish for some point of time within a range. What may actually happen is that this Nifty and Nifty, this small and mid cap in the Nifty, small and mid cap, the stocks may rally individually. The best way to find the stocks that can actually go this way is by this method. Look at this. This is wave.stockage.com. You can go it through your apps also. Now, once you go there, go to the scan section and look at the price scans and look all the stocks 52-week breakout scans and in which close within 52-week zone. Look at this stock. Now I generally avoid any stock which is very liquid and which is less than 100. So I have avoided this kind of stocks. But for next week to give stocks in TMP, what I have done is that I have made note of many of the stocks and their breakout level. Okay, so let me show how this works. Like Blue Dart is the stock that I gave on Tuesday, Blue Dart Express, based on this methodology only. And I'm not looking at the weekly chart, I'm looking just at the daily chart. So all of you who are in the TMP, and I gave it probably in the club also. Remember that I gave it when the price was 5,005. So the moment it's broken, I have given it. It is continuing the uptrend of 5,600 and possibly it will go towards 5,700, 5,800, all these kinds of levels like this. Now, many stocks you will find are having like movement like this. So what I have done is that I have gone here and look at the stocks, and I never look at stocks like Honeywell, which are 49,000, or Dixon. This kind of stocks I always avoid. Okay. So any stocks within 100 to 3,000 range, the small cap generally have uh, often, and also I see the volume. Though I am not a very fan of volume, but while I am looking stocks from this point of view, I always look that even if it is small cap or mid cap, the volume traded should be more than 5 lakhs in general. Otherwise, what happens is that the bid offer spread is so huge that you don't often have a good stop loss, and there is a slippage of 0.5%, 0.3%. Okay, to avoid that, I always look if the daily traded quantity is at least 4 lakh, 5 lakh. Otherwise, I won't touch any stock. Now, how I did is that, see, this is the Adani transmission. So what I understand is that if it goes above this, it can be bullish. Sterlite Technologies above this level. So all these stocks came in this filter, and I'm looking for mainly small and mid cap. So you can see JK Lakshmi Cement above 450. Let me elongate it a bit so that the levels are visible to you. LG Equipment, you can again see that how it is poised. So above 213. Axis Bank, I think above 780 it can rally. LTI similarly above this level. So we'll go to more stocks because I have marked a lot of stocks. Want you to note down these levels. Blue Dart. Again, if Blue Dart crosses this level of 5650 BEL, it is kind of bottoming out. So if it goes below 138, one thing, or if it goes above 135. Creating a fresh alert. ACL Tech crossing 1006, it will become bullish. ACL Tech is not a small cap, but in terms of the levels that I have marked. Mindtree above this level, 1920. ICICI Bank above 640. 1040 I have given, sorry. 640. Cummins India, you can see. Blue Dart is there, LTT is there. Just a second. Sterlite Technologies. Sterlite Technologies was bullish, but above 227. GK Lakshmi Cement above 450. More stocks are there. Just wait for a moment. Balrampur Chini above 228. Bajaj Consumer above 286. Vizag Global, which had a very good breakout and possibly will be bullish next week, above 4200. Graphite above 540. Just a second. Galaxy Surface 10 above 2510. So it is not a very big deal. I showed you the method. Look at the stocks which are here. KPR Mill was one of the stocks which I had put an alert because it has a very good breakout. So this is a week for mid cap before next month actually the results isn't come on. So you can see the KPR Mill that has broken out. I have put an alert and possibly above 1025 we will look at it. So similar SDFC AMC APL Limited I have marked here. So if there is a breakout above these levels, and nowadays you don't know how soon a stock can break out. So above 1000. So all these levels, looking at this thing, I have noted out, and the beauty is that any stock, if I'm talking about Deepak Nitrate here, above 1700,
Sunay,
once it goes, it will again become bullish. So this market, though there is correction, some stocks are running very big time. So it is highly suitable for all of us to look at the breakout levels and note it down for the mid and small cap stocks and look at them. For the major indices, what I have already told is that the stocks have already uh, taken stop loss. Sorry, the stocks have many cases started correcting and are in a consolidation mode, like Bajaj Finance in a consolidation mode. So we cannot get very good trades in the large cap stocks. Okay, so what we are doing, we are looking at the smaller stocks and trying to find, like, see, this Tata Chemicals, though it is not a very small cap stock, but obviously above this 800 level, this mark at 800, it will be a buy because there will be a simple breakout. Everything is bullish. There was a mild correction, so we may see this kind of breakout. So we have to keep note of all these things and trade accordingly in the coming week. And obviously have a view on this part, like what these things are doing. Right now, what I can see that bond yield is little bit correcting, and see the Dow Jones is moving away from the low, and you can see from the day high the dollar index is receding. So everything is right now focused on bond yield and US dollar index. This is a ghost that is actually in the mind of the market. I personally don't think that there will be a huge sell-off in any of the asset classes. Actually, Fed or other central banks won't allow bond yields to rise a lot because in that case there will be a collateral damage, price damage in all the other part of the economy, and that will be very difficult to manage. So keep an eye on this for the month of March till the result season comes, because in April we are just 15 days away from the result season. As the result season approaches, these things would be put in the sideline. Right now, market doesn't have anything to actually focus on, so it is now playing with the mind of the traders with this kind of thing. Again, telling you that 1680 1690 is a very good level for gold to take support. Possibly it will rise after this. Okay, so this is it uh, from this side.
Hi,
Also,
thank you.
would like to comment on the COVID front. Though we have discussed this, like worldometer, yes, coronavirus. Now, if I look at this chart, and I will go to the Indian figures right now. So this is India, okay. And I told you that once it goes above 20,000, it is a kind of a breakout kind of a situation. It is much like normal chart. Once it goes above 25K, you can see the kind of surge it happened. Till it is 20, the last 2 days it has been 21K, 22K. One day it was close to 23K. If any day for 3, 4 days it starts around 25, like every curve is somewhere related. Okay, so it will have a quick surge to a 50K. That is the viral nature of the trading or any COVID case, anything that works in exponential emotion or the exponential, the viral way of infecting anything works in the same principle. So if it sustains above 25K, the infection would spread to 50K. So in that case, there will be a different kind of crisis that will set in. So we have to keep everything is right now a little bit in a confused manner. We have to keep track of everything and then we will have a clear view of it. So that's it. From my side, I think I will like to take questions from here from all of you. I'm still not able to see the questions from your side. I think Vivek sir has logged in. Hi sir, very good evening.
Hi. Hi, good evening. I think you should take some questions for another 10 minutes and then 6:30 I'll start. Shoradeep? Shoradeep, you'll take some questions? People ask.
Question मैं यहाँ से ले लेता हूँ.
यहाँ से लेना? Okay, come. So, hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. So, glad to be with you guys again. Sorry for the delay from my side. Okay, yeah. So, okay. So there are a couple of questions which people have for you, Shoradeep. So
Yes, sir.
you may answer these questions first. So let me ask you the question. Uh, Saran is asking, did you take that question? Sir, are you suggesting to enter at that price once cross that level?
Yes, once it crosses that level, you may enter with a small stop loss. For mid and small cap stocks, enter such a quantity that it doesn't take away 0.5% of your capital. So suppose you are willing to have 3% as your stop loss of the stop loss, stock price is 1,000 rupees at the breakout level. You want to have 30 rupees stop loss, and that is legitimate for a ideal for a small cap stock. So if 30 rupees is your stop loss, and suppose you can you have a 6 lakh capital, you want to lose only 3,000 out of it. So then take only 100 shares out of it only. Don't take more than 100 shares.
Okay, I hope Saranji, you were able to get the answer. Sandeep Bhai is asking, what is bond yield and US index correlationship? The relationship between bond yield and US dollars.
Generally, when the bond yield goes up, money comes out of US bonds, and there is a collateral environment of fear in all asset classes which are considered risky. So in general, when bond yield goes up, that means bond prices actually are falling. There is a simultaneous selling in most of the risky asset classes like commodities like copper, like silver, and US equities and Indian equities.
So I would suggest, Sandeep bhai, that you should go through the session we did with Sharodip on crude oil. Day before yesterday, there was a live session on crude oil which we did, which is available on Elon Market's channel, live. Sorry. In that session, also we have explained this relationship between crude oil, inflation, bond yield, and dollar. Uh, Nipun is asking, can you give your view on PSU sector? Do you have any view? Shorodip doesn't have any view, but I have a view. So, I've recorded a video in my channel about LIC, and I said that LIC IPO is going to be the game changer for PSU sector in India. And if you see after the budget, uh, just a minute, Shorodip, can you please ask someone to switch off the TV because the news anchors are shouting like hooligans. So my mind is getting distracted there. Thank you. So because PSU thrust has begun from this budget, I strongly believe that PSU stocks should be considered with a very positive mindset. So if you can identify stocks, for example, SAIL. Now, Steel Authority of India is a PSU stock, but then it pretty much operates like a private enterprise and it has a value embedded because it's not easy to come out with a integrated steel plant anymore. It's a very expensive exercise. So if you can identify PSU stocks like SAIL, like Power Trading Corporation, and I've been continuously talking about these stocks in Stockage Club also, identifying these stocks which has hidden value and whose business is still running okay. The current government is pretty much focused on cleaning that PSU basket a lot. So I would be very, very positive with the PSU stock basket overall. Okay, Nifty range for next week. Jagdish Bhai is asking Nifty range for next week.
So I said like 14,800 to 15,250 is the likely range. 50-100 point there, if there is sudden movement in bonds, it can happen, but mostly it is a very range bound for 50.
Yeah, if you Rahul, all of you should get into this habit of now tracking bond yield, US bond yield, dollar, okay, and crude oil as well. So when we did this crude oil session with Shuradev, we talked about that relationship. So in your chart, you should have all these 4, 5 components. If you are doing very active trading, if you are doing investing or passive trading, I don't think so. You need to track so much of these things. Even if you track maybe once in a week, tracking is fine because you get a holistic understanding of what's happening across the board. But if you're doing active trading daily basis, please track these indicators because right now all these indicators are giving a very range bound market hint. And any breakout in one of those indicators, so it could be breakout in crude, it could be breakout in 10-year yield, it could be breakout in dollar. So if any breakout happens there, Indian market will witness breakout. Otherwise, I think it's a pretty much range market as far as index is concerned. But there is fair bit of firework going on in stocks. So if you can get inside stocks which are showing strength. So if you see in Stockage Club, you will see a lot of posts from me, stock specific posts from me. And let me take a feedback from all of you. Do you like the stock specific post which I am giving to you? Quick reply. Quick reply. Do you like the post which I am giving? Okay, good. So, thank you. Thank you for your replies. Now, just to share with you my philosophy of how I am looking at stocks, I'm trading my stocks. So my first philosophy is there has to be some fundamental theme inside that stock. Until unless there is any fundamental theme inside a stock, I do not put my money in any stock. And to discover a fundamental theme inside a stock, I typically spend around say 25 to 30 hours on a stock. And how do I get those themes? I get the theme from various sources. It could be, oh, Jagdish bhai, don't do that. Don't allocate money on my, or Jagdish bhai is saying that I allocate 2 lakh for your stocks. Don't do that, please. It's an added pressure on me. Don't do that. uh, Please try to analyze things on your own. Don't blindly follow me, because see, I can also go wrong. You have to understand. I can, yeah, of course, Jagdish bhai, that's the spirit. He's saying that, but the stop loss is mine. Fantastic. That is what I want you to say, because even I can go wrong. I'm not God, and I don't want you to go wrong because of me. What I'm doing is around 25 hours to 30 hours of study on each stock. And the idea of stocks come from anywhere. It can come from TV, it can come from my friend, my network, it can come from my team member. So I'm very hungry for ideas. So I look out for stocks, study them fundamentally, a theme is identified, and then I see whether the stock is showing strength or not. And RS is the model which I follow, and I have taught this model to all of you. If you have not taken the webinar of Golden Strategy, you should take it, because literally my model is there in front of you. And I mean, if you see the way I'm posting is actually in sync to the model which I've discussed with all of you. I've not tried to hide anything, because as club members, you literally should get what I have inside me, right? So that's the whole idea. So if you follow the process, if you follow the stocks I've been telling, I'm sure that you will make consistent money from market, and you will get out of that hush hush noisy environment which is around us. It could be Twitter, it could be TV. Everywhere you see so much of noise, so much of ideas floating. But if you just follow my stock or the stocks which team is giving, I'm sure that you will become quite capable of identifying your own stock also. Nipun is saying, very interesting. Nipun is saying, taking your model forward with RRG chart will start updating the same in club. Fantastic. This is what I want from the club, that, you know, people who can build on to the knowledge which we are adding. As I always say that we are not circumstant people. We are not someone who will say ki ye hoga or yahi hoga, because I've been wrong as well. But on a cumulative thing, I see that out of 10 times, if I am right 6 to 7 times, I have made my money, because I typically make more money on the upside when the stock is rallying, than losing money on the line on the downside. So Nipun, if you can do RRG study, and RRG I know is a good study. If you can do that and add to the club, it will add value to all of us. Okay, Somen has a question, Shorodip. Maybe you can answer this question. That, sir, in today's market, especially Bank Nifty fall after a huge gap of opening, how we understand that such type of trading, and also even OI also strong at strike price of 36,000. Then also it fell down to 35,300 suddenly. So can you please explain what we need to do more to understand the best supply and the demand zone?
See, all the things that are happening right now into the market are happening due to the external factor. What you were talking about OI is a very India specific or Indian market specific or that instrument specific thing. But the bond yield suddenly rising 10 basis point is an external thing. And when an external bigger tide like tsunami comes, so however structurally strong your house is, it will get demolished by the tsunami. There is no asset as liquid as US dollar and US bond in the globe. If something is happening in that, Bank Nifty 36,000 over here is nothing in front of that.
So Somen, to answer your question, I think Shrodip has said that you have to follow the current underlying current in the market. Current underlying current is not OI or Bank Nifty. It was there probably a month ago when global markets were actually behaving in a very linear manner.
Right.
That dollar was also behaving smoothly, US yield was behaving smoothly. So there were no factors which were leading to complaints, right? But when crude has given a breakout above 61, that's where suddenly the world realized that, oh God, inflation is knocking the door. Oh God, yield curve is going up. Oh God, dollar is showing a sign now. So now the market has again come back to I would say a cluster or a zone where global influences is far higher in the market than domestic influences. So to answer your question, you have to follow, if particularly if you are doing intraday trading, now you have to start following these parameters, and any
Sudden move.
any sudden move or reaction of these parameters will have an impact on the market. So probably yes, open interest, and anyway, Somen, open interest is a delayed data, so you don't get open interest on a real-time basis. You have to understand that also, that NSE publishes open interest on every 3 minutes or 4 minutes. So by the time open interest has been created, the market has already reacted. And one more thing, do not rely too much on intraday open interest, because in India there is a concept called custodian. Who are custodian? Custodian are the people who clear trades of institutions. Okay, like we and all of us are retail, so when we trade, all trades are cleared by the clearing corporation of the exchange. But in case of institutions like FII, etc., there is a custodian who clears the trade. Now, it is not important that custodian clears the trade on a real-time basis. It is not required. So if a custodian is clearing the trade on the end of the day basis, the custodian is sending the trade list to the exchange on EOD. So that means the Bhav copy or the open interest update, which will happen end of the day, can be different from the open interest update at 3:30 p.m. So my humble submission to you would be that uh, that kindly do not look at purely intraday open interest for a broader market judgment. Okay, because market right now is following global factors, kindly also look at the global factors for your understanding of the market. Okay. Okay, Manoj is saying my experience so far says that analyzing OI on Friday does not give good result. Possible, 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 Manoj bhai. It's a very good observation. We must appreciate this observation, because Friday is a very, I mean, very erratic day, because anyone can think about doing anything on Friday. So I would suggest that, and anyways, intraday open interest, I'm not a big fan of intraday open interest, but I mean, there is definitely a risk which you are carrying in intraday open interest. Amit is saying, can you take a webinar on commodities trading, growth, crude, dollar trading, etc.? So we did a webinar, literally a live session, Amit, together on commodities trading on Wednesday, and we discussed the gold, crude, currency. So you can go to Elon Markets YouTube channel, and there you will see that module live interaction we had on YouTube. Okay, Sanjay is saying, how about putting the RS study over Nifty with respect to USA bond yield? Sanjay ji, it's a good, it's a good thought, but it doesn't work exactly the way we are thinking of. You can do that anyways in trading view. You can do Nifty divided by US bond yield, so there is a divisibility option available there. But I don't think so that will give you any judgment, because there are India-centric factors also which influence Nifty. It is not bond yield which is only factor which is influencing Nifty. So don't do all these things. I don't think so you will get much output out of it. Okay, Trideep is saying, how do we relate volatility index with Nifty future while trading intraday? Well, so intraday is a very different breed of dog, I would say. You want to answer this? Go.
The volatility index, when it generally goes up above 5%, like whatever the value at that point of time, if it goes up by 5%, especially if it is above 20, you will generally see market having an incremental fall after it has increased 5%. This is the rule of thumb 90% of time which will work. So always keep an eye if VIX is spiking more than 5%. This is one thing. Another important thing is that when VIX is having a spike more than future, it is the option that are get affected. If VIX is having a spike, option premium, both calls and puts would go up. So suppose you have already sold a straddle or a strangle, what will happen is that you may see that if market is falling, the call premium is not reducing much, but the put premium is running away. So your straddle and strangle sell position would be at a high risk or at a huge loss. So always remember, if VIX is having more than 5%, and if you are having long position in the either of the index or the a Nifty stock or a bank Nifty stock, try to put a stop loss or either book the position, book out the position.
So point is you have to look at VIX, and obviously VIX going up by 1%, 2% is pretty normal, doesn't really impact the market. But a significant movement in the VIX will definitely increase the volatility in the stock where you are trading, and that will lead to your stop loss getting hit very frequently. So suggestion is that if there is high VIX, then you should stay away from the market until unless you are in the right side of the market. Shikant is asking, in technical chart, can I trade in option Nifty trade? So I believe what you are saying is that looking at technical, can I trade Nifty options? Yes, why not? In fact, I know a lot of people who just do technicals of options. So call option or put option, people who do technicals of straddle, strangle, and just trade them based on their individual technical. So the beauty of technical is that there's a wide scale application. So yes, you can do it. So to keep update on global market, what should be our trade view setup? Oh, that's a good question. So
That you
let me just share with you the setup which I have. See, one thing you have to understand that I am not a. People can see your screen. Click on stop screen. So are you guys able to see my screen? I'm going to switch off my webcam. So are you able to see my screen? Can you please confirm? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, so, so this is my stock template. Uh, I just made a small modification here. So I attended Pramal Bhai's. Uh, okay, I attended Pramal Bhai's webinar, the paid webinar, and I liked two things which he added to this whole working. One is that now I'm using the RS which is developed in India by our one of our RS warriors. So this is called the indicator is called RS strength of a stock by Bharat Trader. Okay, I mean nothing different. It's the same RS, just that the color and other things are better looking here. And the volume I'm using this volume TL enhanced volume which Pramal Bhai took and I've adapted it to see days when the volume is higher than the normal volume. So this is my template which I use to analyze my stock. I've explained the process to people that what I am doing in my webinar. In fact, I'll be taking another free webinar, another webinar, Hindi webinar in March, where I'll elaborate the process further. So if you have not taken that English one, you can take the Hindi one. Anyways, it is part of your Stockage subscription, Stockage Club subscription. Uh, I made a small change in this, which I want to highlight to you. I have taken super trend away from daily chart to 2 hourly chart. So I'm not looking at super trend on daily chart anymore because it was giving me very delayed indication. And in super trend, one of my student, he did an analysis and he suggested me to change the parameter of super trend to 7 and 2.5. So earlier I was using 10 and 3. Now I've changed it to 7 and 2.5 so that I get a earlier indication of what is happening in that stock. Okay. So maybe if you are using TradingView, you may like to change this as well if you feel like. My model is very simple. When I'm entering a stock, I'm looking at daily chart and I'm sticking on to that stock when the daily RS is strong. And the moment my 2 hourly RS is showing me weakness, I book 50% of my trade. Okay. and I continue with my other 50% till my daily RS is still above zero. And the moment this 2 hourly chart again, this RS starts going up again, I re-enter that 50% which I have already booked. Okay. Sanjay is suggesting you can try 21 and 1 for super trend. Okay. So you are saying, Sanjay, what you are trying to say is this as 21 and this is 1. That is what you're trying to say? This is what you're trying to say, Sanjay? Okay. Okay. Let me just try this for some time. I will revert back to the one which I'm using right now because I keep on testing new things. So right now I'm using this. So let me just try this for some time and then I will revert back to this, which you are suggesting. Yeah. So I'm coming to that question. I understand the question which was asked that for global, what do I see? So I have created this screen for myself called Nifty Bank Nifty screen. Sorry, this is crude now. So Bank Nifty. So this is what I'm using to track. This is this is going to be daily chart. Okay. So because I'm not an intraday trader, I don't look at lower duration chart. So this is my daily chart, and based on the daily chart, I'm trying to make the assessment about the market. So here is Nifty, here there is Bank Nifty. This is 21 period moving average, 55 period moving average on all four. Okay, Nifty, Bank Nifty. This is dollar index, and this is 10-year GSEC. Okay. Uh, just 1 minute, please. Sorry about it. So yeah, so I had some important call from my wife. So you know how much it is important to pick that call. Otherwise, you are literally gone. Anyways, jokes apart. And then you have US dollar, which is here, and this is 10-year GSEC. Okay. So see, what has happened in couple of days ago, I posted that, and I posted this chart only. I said that US dollar and 10-year GSEC. So 10-year yield is definitely on a uprise, and US dollar also was showing me a decent strength. Okay, because the moving average was crossing over 21 period moving average was crossing over the 55 period moving average. So, and these are the two moving averages I follow because I like them. I have been kind of lucky that these moving averages are giving me decently good signals. Now there is a clear disconnect in the market right now with yields showing positive sign and dollar also showing a very strong positive sign. But markets have been going up. Markets are also showing positive sign. So at this stage, that's why I've been very cautious about the market. And I'm trying to trade the market with a very small profits and small stop loss. So to answer the question which our friend asked, this is the template which I'm using. You can reduce the duration in the template. You can say that, okay, sir, I'll use only 2 hourly to check out the trend change happening in 2 hourly, or you can look at 15 minutes chart if you are very, very actively trading in the market. So what you should ideally do is whenever all the four indicators are in sync, then you participate in the market. Otherwise, it's always better to stay away from the market. What I've learned in last 15 years of my market experience is that staying away from market is also a strategy. And one should understand that not being there in the market also helps you to preserve your capital, to preserve your money which you have made, which is also very important, especially in this kind of a market, which has already had its own run up and possibly could lead you to some kind of a drawdown in near future. Okay, let me take more questions. Uh, okay, after Manoj Bhai's question, I think we have discussed Okay, Mukesh is asking, sir, according to Dow theory, which leg is market in according to you? I have no idea.
No, these
I
are
have no
theoretical
idea.
things
Yeah,
mostly.
because Dow theory, I don't know Dow theory when they talks about legs, but wave, yes, it talks about the fourth leg or fifth leg or whatever. But I'm very a market follower guy. Plus, I am very stock specific. So if you see my template is pretty much set. Wherever I see my stock giving me some kind of a hint, I will exit that stock. I will not try to predict the market, very honestly. Yes, I do look at macros to reduce my position. For example, I'm not deployed as much capital in the market now, which I deployed almost a few months ago. But yes, that's the only reason why I look at the macro. I don't take intraday or end of the day view on market just by looking at the macro. Okay, okay. Mr. Okay, Mahendranath is asking me a question that, sir, is there a possibility to get triggers for the day? Like if some news is expected for the day, some data for the data, etc. So, see, intraday, very difficult to get a trigger, Mahindra, unless it's a proper data release. Okay.
So,
Uh,
you have this alerts in the investing.com in the calendar section
okay.
already. So if you can choose the country, like
No, so that's what I'm saying that you can get the data alert only if the data is defined. For example, economic data releases, they're defined. So you can have an alert there. But any other data point which you don't know and which can come anytime, it's very difficult to find out the timing of those data points. For example, companies coming out with result, there is no fixed time. For example, anything which is related to corporate action, there is no fixed time. So anything can trigger anytime. So I mean, the best way to look at is to invest in highly intensive softwares if you want a faster access. For example, Bloomberg, Reuters, or you have to rely on these news agencies like TV, CNBC, or Z, etc. Or better to avoid doing intraday and believe that price is the only thing which we should rely on. If price is saying something is happening there, you just believe that price. 5% for VIX, any numbers for bond yields? Bond yields, again, do your own chart and technicals and figure out which bond yield level is actually suited. I think Shorodip has said that 1.6.
So I said that above 1.85, 1.8 is highly possible, and
Yeah.
above that 2.13. Above 2.13, it will be mayhem in the market.
Yeah. Above 2.13, obviously, market cannot sustain this kind of a rally. So anywhere between say 1.5 to 1.8 is a decent range. And if the price breaks 1.8, then we should. Very honestly, I would suggest all of you to trade with a lesser capital in the market now, because the risk reward which was there 5 months ago or 4 months or 3 months ago, it's not so favorable. And I'm sure you must have made some money, or probably if you are a newbie also, it's always good to start with a smaller capital, because this market is not as good as conducive, which it was probably a month ago also. The market is also kind of confused. The macro is suggesting not to go up, but market goes up and there is a selling. Then market comes down and there is a buy. So there is a fair bit of range trading which is happening in the market. So if you're an options trader, you can still figure out. But stock specific, lot of work is happening. So keep trading stocks with a smaller stop loss and smaller take profits. Can a price range filter be put after a scan is run? For example, I only want stock with say 100 onwards. So yes, there is a price based filter. So if I go to scan and if I run any scan, so let's run this scan only. And if you go to filter, so there is a price based filter which says more than 100 to 1000, 1000 above. And we are working on where you can select multiples. So if you want to select 100 plus 1000, you can do combination selection. But yes, more than 100 to 1000 filters are there already. Uttam bhai, it's already there. At least it serves a basic a bit purpose, but we are working on you to select multiples. Ratnadeep is asking, sir, I have observed safer side butterfly is the best hedge strategy that you can do on weekly expiries. Do you see any risk if we hold on the butterflies in index till if expiries? I think I'm not the right person to answer that question. Do you have idea about
I think,
butterflies?
sir, Ratnadeep, you are also in TMP. You can ask this to Chetan sir.
Yeah, I think Ratnadeep, you should ask to Chetan Bhai. He is the options expert. He trades option from morning to night, so he's going to be the best person to reply to that. Roderick is saying, can you please give us a quick guide of what to look at the fundamental of a stock? Roderick, you see in Stockage, and you guys are subscriber of Stockage, so you should use these things. I'll go to Edge Report, and in Edge Report there is something called case study. Okay, see the all the case studies. There is a process which has been defined in the case study. And Roderick, if you go through any one of the case studies, see we have actually given a spider graph also in case study now. If you go through any of the report in case study, any of these, you will get pretty much a very good understanding of what are the factors one should need to see to make a fundamental judgment on the company. Start using this. Start making case study like these for your companies. Trust me, Roderick, you will be far better placed because the process which we have established to study a company fundamentally is actually quite scientific, and it will really help you to understand everything about a company in a much structured manner. Yes, Siddharth is saying no trade is also trade, precisely. Uh, Suraj is saying, does super trend help to take decision on buy, sell, and how? I'm not a, I'm not using super trend for decision making. I'm using super trend for confirmation. Okay. Let me give you an example. So in Stockage again, we have created this new scan which we have created. This very interesting scanner. Go to scan, go to technical, and go to super trend. We have created a new scan called price nearing super trend support, price nearing super trend resistance. So if you click price nearing super trend support, these are the stocks which have come near super trend support. So LIC housing super trend is 421, price is 429, and it has come near its support after 106 days. This is important, that a stock after spending considerable time or above super trend has come back to super trend level after 106 days. Good filtering criteria. I click here. Now I see the graph of the stock. This is interesting for me. If in this stock I see relative strength also there with good delivery. So uh, let me add moving average also, and you see this stock RS is more than zero. There is fair bit of volume on the falling side. Volume is less, but when the stock went up, volume is decently high. So this stock could be a stock where you can think of playing a contrarian. So super trend in that sense can help you in figuring out a direction of a stock, but I don't use it purely for the purpose of entry and exit. It's more of a trend indicator for me. Okay, so if you guys have not used this scan, super trend scan, trust me, you are missing something very valuable. We have literally given you ATM machine. The name of the ATM machine is Stockage Scan. If you guys don't use it for your advantage, you're definitely missing something terrible in your life. So you should use it. Sorry, missing something fantastic in your life. So please start using it, guys. We have created some phenomenal scans for your benefit. The more you use it, the better you will become, and you'll become refined in your analysis. Trilok is saying, do you look at RS weekly or monthly for daily entering daily? Trilok, I look at RS daily, and my model has been communicated in my webinar, so please do look at the webinar. Abdul Razak is saying, sir, where do we get live updates of stock volume, OI data, etc. in Stockage Club? No, Stockage Club is not meant for that. So we don't give any live update of stock volume, OI, etc. Okay, Siddharth, see, Suradi, what Siddharth is saying. This was probably, I was also trying to say, Suradi, today only. Sir, why don't we start a 15-minute post-market analysis by Shuradeep, like what happened during the period of 6 hours of our market, globally and domestic? Yeah, only 15 minutes market wrap up, maybe from 4 to 15 minutes will be too short. 4 to 4:30,
4:30 to 5 would be better.
4:30 to 5. Okay, every day.
Yeah.
Every day you want to do that?
Yeah.
Siddharth, let's see if we can do that. We will probably do it. We will try and see how many people come. And if there is enough people who are coming and joining us, we will do it. Rajiv is saying in StockEdScan, I'm not able to get the order in which stocks are listed. Sorry, I didn't get the question. You have to elaborate. Okay, Alok is saying, what is the criteria for major stocks in Stockage? Is it market cap or if how much? Okay, Alok, the criteria is any stock which is in any of the indices by the exchange is part of the major stock. And we have done our back calculation and we have seen that more or less in these major stocks, the volume and depth is decent. So if you want to trade actively, you should not go beyond the major stocks. Uttam is saying, please check on my first question also. अरे first question में ढूंढना पड़ेगा उत्तम भाई. Can you please देखते हैं एक मिनट रुकिए. कैसे पता लगेगा first question क्या है? No, so उत्तम भाई, can you please repeat your question? I can't go back. Trilok is asking for fundamental scan. Data taken is 2020 March and previous years. Things have changed in the year. So how to go about it? So fundamental scan will always, majority of the fundamental scan will be on the basis of annual results because they are audited numbers. There are some fundamental scans which are based on quarterly results, which you should see inside fundamental scans, but majority of the fundamental scans are based on annual result. So yes, you will have that issue that latest will always be the most latest audited result. Mahendranath is saying case studies are really awesome, sir. Thank you so much, Mahendranath. I appreciate your kind words. Yeah, case study is too good. Even Ramakrishna is saying yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Suraj is saying some new scans are not appearing in iPhone. Absolutely, Suraj. iPhone version is not yet out. I suggest you use web.stockist.com on your phone to get these outputs. Okay, Manoj is saying 4:30 to 5 is office time, so he doesn't want it to be on office time. Sir, morning 8:30 to 9 would be more helpful. अरे नहीं 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 हो पाएगा sir, sorry. Morning is, every one of us are so busy in our morning things that it's very difficult to do it in the morning. But let's see. I've taken your feedback. Let us see what can be done to facilitate more learning for all of you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I hope you're finding this connect with you interesting. So idea was very simple that you guys are part of a family, larger family, and let's at least connect once in a week and discuss few things which may be relevant for us. Oh, someone is saying 4 questions and no rebut. Okay, let me see. Who are these guys? Who asked me 4 questions and no rebut? Okay, okay. I put in 4 questions, no revert. Atul, so did the question was asked in Stockage Club? So guys, okay, no problem. Atul, in case there is any issue which you feel which needs to be highlighted, please tag me also at the rate Vivek, in case your question is not getting answered. But Atul, was it a fundamental oriented question? Fundamental question? Atul, was it a fundamental question? Oh, the question was related to Stockage Club. Where in the club itself you had a question, or right now you have a question which I was not able to answer? regarding screen blocking. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So see, there was one more question by someone that when is the new version of the club expected? So Stockage Club new version is still under development. We are doing really, really hard and good work in the new version of the club, where you will get a better web as well as the app, an app both Android as well as iPhone. So it is under development. We have a dedicated team of tech guys developing that product. So kindly bear with us. You guys have been very kind with us, very supportive. Kindly bear with us for some more days before we give you the beta version of that product. Okay. And Atul, as far as your blocking, screen blocking is concerned, which Explorer you are using? Can you please use only Chroma for the time being? Because there are some issues with other Explorer. Oh, in Chrome it is having problem. So Atul, let me just take this feedback and revert back to you. I am writing it down so that I can talk to my team about it and figure out how do we solve this problem. Okay. Guys, feel free to tag me in Stockage Club. My handle is @Vivek Bajaj. So you will find me. In case you have anything to discuss, anything to talk, I've given a facility where we can interact for 10 minutes. You can book your slot with Sunita. I'm more than willing to help you guys if you help yourself. Okay. So give your best, and we are there to support you so that you have a very, very smooth investment journey or active trading journey in financial market. So entire team is very committed. So anywhere we feel you feel that we are not performing as per your expectation, feel free to tag me. I will make sure that we revert back to you with a better solution. Okay. Good night. Thank you, Sharadeep. Thank you for your time. Good night. Have a great weekend. Spend time with your family. Enjoy. Life is to enjoy, not just to look at the market all the time. Feel comfortable. Saturday, Sunday would be a great weekend for you. And we meet again next weekend. In the meanwhile, virtually, we are always connected. Always remember this. Okay. Bye bye.